Cardi B defends herself after video resurfaces of her saying she drugged, robbed men as a stripper. I made choices I did at the time because I had very limited options, Cardi said.
Let's be honest right now. Just reading that headline. If this was like white male comedian or white male actor or musician,
career over.
It'd be every company associated with that person there'd be a PR statement from we no longer work with them. We have nothing to do with them. This is a terrible mistake.
It's a rapper, though.
Yeah.
So that's a rapper. They're supposed to do crazy shit. They rap about doing crazy shit.
I think there is kind of a case to be made there that, like, all these guys, like, especially from the era of, like, rap that we grew up with.
They rapped about shooting people.
All about
robbing people.
I deal drugs and I rob people and I shoot people and I shoot rival gang members.
I steal cars.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's kind of weird that now and now all of a sudden. But I mean, you got to realize too, this is a different fucking era.
A lot of the rappers from that era did that shit. Some of them didn't. There were studio gangsters abound in that era.
Oh yeah, but there's always gonna be.
There were actual dudes out there rapping that lived that life. Tupac was a dude that was he was out there doing gangster shit.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg is also a dude that was out there doing gangster shit. Snoop Dogg got beefed up on a murder rap and shit.
But now it seems like we want to make them conform to, they need to be law-abiding citizens. This is kind of, to me, sort of another example of like the taming of the artist. Because like we used to have, like, I mean, like we can go beyond rap. I mean, like tons of country music stars from back in the day when country music had a set of balls had done jail time. A lot of these people had criminal past that ended up becoming great artists. Now, I don't think Cardi B is a great artist. I think she sucks.
Well, I mean, the same thing for rock music. When music had balls, people were living such on-the-edge, extreme lifestyles that, like, this was, like, kind of commonplace. And now, she is a terrible example, but, I mean, I do agree with you in a sense that, like, if we only have these generic artists, I mean, like, look, if you listen to music, and you do it all the time, TJ, if you look at the newest country, the newest rap, there's, like, the beats are almost all the same. It's just interchangeable, dude. It's totally interchangeable. The way
every country song now. I mean, like country music used to be about getting drunk and getting in fights and waving the flag and shit. Now it's just about like the joys of small town life and how quaint this country lifestyle are.
Yeah, I don't know that I feel that rap has stagnated to the same level that country music has. I think country music is pretty fucking singular.
Dead. It's dead.
I tend to be a little more bullish on the or is it bearish?
I don't know.
Bullish.
I think it's
bullish on the rap stuff. I like some new rap. I think there's some new stuff being made that sounds pretty good. I don't like Cardi B.
This thing about Cardi B,
not in the mainstream.
But I mean,
like talking more like on the internet.
It can't be understated though that what the stuff that Cardi B is talking about here that's being treated like it's kind of a big deal. I mean, like this would be a way bigger deal if she had a penis. This would be a way bigger deal if she wasn't black. And everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is very similar to the stuff that Bill Cosby did that he's now rotting in a jail cell for.
I mean, at the risk of being called a devil's advocate or being labeled as an SJW, isn't there kind of a difference between a woman working in the sex industry doing this kind of stuff to get by and a dude using his power to wangle somebody?
Well, let's take a look and delve into that. Cardi B on Tuesday defended herself against detractors after an Instagram video resurfaced, I hate that word, that showed her recalling that she drugged and robbed men who worked when she worked as a stripper. In a 3-year-old video that was shared on social media over the weekend, Cardi, whose real name is Belcalis Almanzar, okay,
cool,
was emotional when she explained the lengths she does, doesn't it?
I'm Lord Belcalis Almanzar, back from the dead to suck your blood.
She explained the lengths she went to in order to make it in the music industry and secure studio time. The rapper originally posted the video in response to someone who said she did not deserve her success. She said she would drug and rob men who wanted to have sex with her during her time as a stripper in New York. This week, her admission in the video inspired the hashtag Surviving Cardi B, a reference to the Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly, which chronicled decades of singer Robert Kelly's alleged sexual misconduct. Some on social media called for Cardi to be canceled a term used when for someone who has fallen out of favor, while others said she should go to jail. Cardi did not immediately return a request for comment from NBC News.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you don't want to like get in a position where you're saying that kind of behavior is a good thing or an excusable thing, but I do think that there is a difference between a stripper taking, working in the sex industry and taking money.
Where's my nuance helmet?
I mean,
I don't know. Where is it at?
Drugging.
I don't want to be a
Drugging-
victim of this bombing that's about to
raping,
happen.
and robbing somebody. I don't know. It doesn't seem ethical. I mean, I guess
it was
you could
not
say
one him.
there is a
It was
difference, but I mean, you're still
weird. I have to point the
robbing,
opposite
raping,
way
and
for me to
drugging
point towards
somebody.
you.
In what context would you think that's acceptable?
I don't think it is. I don't think it's ever acceptable. I don't think it's excusable or acceptable, but I do think the context is different.
Well, the context of course is different. I mean,
It's
there's
not the
different
same thing
crimes.
as Louis C.K. coercing women into his trailer so he can pull his dick out
Oh
or
my
whatever.
god, not that again.
It's not the same thing.
No, well, of course not.
No, it's
There's-
way
there's
it's way
different
worse.
Situations.
This is
Different-
way worse than what Louis C.K. did.
Yeah,
And like
it is.
By far worse.
poverty, like there's a lot of people that are in poverty that do some stuff on the side that they're not proud of, you know what I
Sure.
mean, to make ends meet and shit.
Sure.
And while that shit isn't excusable, stealing, robbing, looting, it isn't excusable. If you do it to get by and you move on, I don't think you should be fucking grilled for it for the rest of your life.
I think that there should
I don't
be.
think she needs to go to jail now.
I mean,
for
like-
it.
Well, she admitted
She's
to
kind
it.
of nestled between two double standards here because the double standard that might protect her from this is also protecting a lot of other rappers who have had criminal pasts. So there's that standard that's kind of protecting her, but then there's another standard that's been established in all this Me Too shit. Now, this is not exactly a sexual thing, but you could argue that she used sex to draw her victims to her.
Right.
So-
Well, there are male rappers that are still in the rap game, still
have-
referenced, that have actually robbed and killed and looted and
yeah.
gang banged and all of this shit.
Right, and they all get a
And-
pass. So
right,
why
so-
doesn't she get that pass?
If we're
You
gonna
could ask.
do it to Cardi B, we've got to do it to all these other
Yeah,
thugs,
where
right?
you were gonna go back and say, "Hey, Dr. Dre," before
Well, Dr. Dre ain't one of them. Dr. Dre's
Yeah.
about as studio as you get.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying though, like you go to, but I mean, I'm saying you go to all these like rap legends from the past.
Sure.
Who
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, no
have
one,
been, whoever you want to fucking pick, whether it's
There's a certain
fucking-
element of hip hop where literally everybody's got a little dirt. All of these dudes started from that whole started from the bottom. Now we're here. Shit, they started in the gutter.
right. So
They
I
were
mean, like,
gangbangers and stick up kids. And
but I guess what we're saying is too is that like when other people do this, their career is over. It's just that's it. I've admitted I admit to a sexual assault or there's allegations I've sexually assaulted somebody, and that's the end of my career. And now it's like I guess the standard has changed.
well,
is what
that's
I'm
the
saying.
double standard that we're dealing with here.
I know,
is
and it's very difficult.
There's one swath of society where this has been really permissible for a long time for you to have shit like this in your past and to rap
Yeah.
about it and be honest about it. And another swath of society that if you even engage in something that's even mildly strange or questionable, you're fucking immediately like your career's destroyed. I don't know how you reconcile those two things other than to stop being prudish and
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not honestly, stuff like this is ultimately going to be the decision of the people who buy her albums and go to her concerts. Because, what I think about it really doesn't matter too much because I'm not the one who's paying for Cardi B music in any way, shape, or form. So
I know what I want.
does
to.
something that Cardi B did fucking 10 years ago or whatever even matter now? Like, unless it was like a multiple homicide that she covered up or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, these dudes, she didn't kill anybody. She didn't admit to any of that. She robbed
statute of
the guy.
limitations is probably up on this stuff. And even if it's not, it would be up to one of these individuals who was
To
a
come
victim
forward
of
and
this
file,
to
right?
Yeah,
you
and
know,
that-
file a complaint.
and that's up to them.
But
press
as far as the repercussions she's going to suffer because of this, that's really going to depend on the people who actually are paying for her content. If they're willing to keep paying, then nothing happens.
And I would guess that's probably what's going to happen.
I've got to say, just from this picture, it's setting her music and personality and past aside. I would let her drug and rob me.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see being lured by that ass to somewhere
Yeah.
where you could be drugged
It's got
and robbed.
peacock feathers on it too. I want to see that thing shake.
Yeah,
I'll take a drugging and a robbing.
A drubbing. Take a drubbing ball.
it's
Give it
like,
to
all
me.
right, tell you what, bitch, you got to put them drugs
Wear that
in
outfit
that ass.
too. Bring that wet leather onesie weird zip up thing.
Dude, this is really what the heart of this with Paul. It's Paul's like, you know what? Paul's like, you know what? If you want to rape and rob me, just go ahead.
I really am more permissive. You know, if a hot
No, I mean, I
chick with
get
a
it.
big old fat ass wants to rob somebody, I think they shouldn't get as much time.
If a fat, sweaty, like, neo-Nazi wants to rob you, you're like, fuck this. No, it's not
no,
like this
send
happened.
that send that fucking animal to
He
jail.
needs to go to fucking prison.
Right to jail.
Cardi B, it's like...
Cardi
you're like,
B, it's all right. She got a big fat ass.